Hi, my name is John Haberstich, and today I'm going to be showcasing my presentation on the student services located at Kishwaukee College. So without further ado, let's get started. So firstly, I'm going to talk about how you access the student services online. So firstly, you want to go to the Kishwaukee homepage found at www.kish.edu. You'll want to go to the About tab located here, hover over it. You should see the Leadership tab right here. You'll want to go down to Administration, and after you scroll down, you should see Vice President of Student Services. You'll want to click there, and you'll be able to see right here all of the things offered at Student Services. So what does Student Services provide to students? So they provide a number of ways to help students succeed with their college experience. They have four main tabs located there. So they have admissions, academic advising and counseling, registration, and the records for graduation. So the admissions is mainly to help new students start their experience at Kishwaukee, and it provides a very clear step-by-step process on how you can start. So we'll go through the step-by-step right now. So first you'll want to apply for admission. This requires an online form, and they'll require a transcript as well with that. Next, you'll want to apply through financial aid. This can be done using the school code 007684, and you go to the FAFSA website. After that, you'll want to determine your placement. Now, this can be done a number of ways. You can do it through previous college work you might have done. They have advanced placement, which is located on campus. You'll take an online test and they'll evaluate you through a score. They have a few other scores they take into account, which is the CLEP, the ACT, or the SAT scores. Or you can have a high GPA that you've had in either high school or another college, and as long as it's within 3 years of you applying, you should be good to go. After that, they'll get you set up with academic advising. They'll set you up with an academic advisor, and then you can start to register for classes. And afterwards, you'll have to register through your classes, and you'll pay your tuition. So you'll register your classes through MyKC, which is something they'll get you set up with the school code. And you can also pay your tuition through MyKC, or there's also a business office on campus, so you can do that. And lastly, admissions also helps with the student orientation, otherwise known as the New Student Orientation NSO, the KISH Connection. Students here can learn about the honors programs, the athletics, and other things you might be interested in. Next, we have the academic advising portion. So the academic advising is mainly to help students find classes they need to make sure that they can accomplish what they need to graduate. Students are encouraged to register for classes as early as they can, because if you don't, you might not get the classes that you need, and then graduating can be a bit harder. It might take a bit longer. So here we have information on contacting the advising. This room, C2100, is where student services are located. Their phone number is 815-825-2457. They have an email you can contact them through, which is the advising@kish.edu. And currently, they usually do have hours on campus, but right now they're only doing things online or through an email. If you don't want to go through email, you can make your appointment through the www.kish.edu/advising link. Afterwards, we also have the registration and records that's found on student services. So registration is to help out new students register for their classes and for their experience at Kishwaukee. And their records are for graduation purposes, and they do all of this while retaining student rights through the FERPA. And they have a lot of things that you can do here. So you can obtain a transcript. You can register for classes with your academic advisor. You can drop or withdraw from a course if something happens or you just don't like your class. You can schedule for counseling and advising appointments in case there's some problems with your class, or if you're not sure if you're going to graduate on time. You can update your record. You can check out your graduation status so you can see how far you are from graduating and see what you need to further do in your other semesters. You can transfer your credits to other colleges. You can verify your enrollment so you're all good to go with your classes. You can schedule placement testing, which is required to get into certain classes. They can answer just general questions for you, and they can guide you through the self-service options on MyKC in case you have any problems with that. You can submit your transcripts, and you can also add your social security number, and they'll make sure that that's saved through the FERPA. So with my experience at Student Services, I've had quite a positive experience through Student Services. I've had to go to them for a lot of help because I've been back and forth with a lot of my classes. I did start off going and majoring in engineering, and then I figured out that just wasn't for me. So they managed to switch that quickly and get me back on track, and they told me I should be able to still graduate within the 2-year mark. They also allowed me to add a class when I already started the semester. I was just able to pay the fee, and they just put me right in with no problems. It's honestly a really great thing to have on campus, and I know for a fact that basically everyone will have to go through them at some point, so it's a good service to have. So to recap, student services can be accessed on the Kishwaukee homepage. All you have to do is hover over this tab which is About, go to the Leadership. Under there should be Administration. You click on that. You scroll down a bit, and you can find the Vice President of Student Services. Click on that, and it'll show you the services under Student Services. After that, the Student Services can offer a lot of things with, as I said before, with the admissions, the academic advising, the registration and records, which are the records are for graduation, registrations for new students. Admissions is to give students a step-by-step process on how to start their college experience. Academic advising and counseling helps with class registration, and it answers questions about graduation requirements. Registration and records, as I said before, offer many services to help students get into college and also to help with graduation, and they handle all of your information with great care and security. And my experience with student services has been nothing but positive, and they've helped me a ton when it came to changing my major and making sure I was on track. So that was my presentation on student services on Kishwaukee College. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.